Alright, what is up everybody? Coming back at you with another video on the channel today. And today we have got another WE knife. This is the WE Knife Co. NAVO, just released yesterday, June 2nd. Today is June 3rd. Go ahead and get this video out. I've got a new camera setup here I'm trying out, so I'm going to try to keep everything in frame. Bear with me. So yeah, new WE Knife Co. NAVO. They come out with, a couple new knives every few months. They came out with this one and the Riff Raff. I got this one. I like the design, but I specifically liked this version. Check it out here. This is the Nebula Fat Carbon with the hand satin blade. So we'll go over the WE Knife Co. packaging real quick. Maybe. This is their newest packaging they've been using, which I personally really dig. So it comes with a box and a pouch. You get your standard cloth, stickers, standard WE Knife pouch there. Pretty nice. Let's get right into the knife here. Boom. Here it is. The WE Knife Co. NAVO. Check out the back spacer there. Clip side. Nice 3D milled pocket clip here. I'll show you that. So yeah, Nebula Fat Carbon Fiber. And this beautiful hand satin blade. Adjust this lighting a little bit. There we go. So WE Knife does a really good hand satin. I've got the Nitro Mini here, which is also a hand satin. And they do good on their hand satins. So this knife, like I said, I really do dig the Nebula Fat Carbon. On my Sharp by Design Mini Evo Typhoon, there was a fat carbon option for that too, a Nebula Fat Carbon. But I went with the Purple Haze. After seeing this, I do kind of wish I went with the Nebula. I'm really digging this Nebula Fat Carbon here. So let's go over the specs. Obviously, you get the fat carbon scales. Now this knife is actually titanium liners, titanium backspacer, 3D milled titanium pocket clip. And with that titanium liner, you do get a steel lock bar insert there. 20 CV blade steel. WE Knife, they stick with their 20 CV, and that's fine. I like 20 CV over M390 anyways, because it's a little better in the rust department. So this knife is deployed by the flipper tab here, but you can kind of see it's also got a front flipper there, which I was skeptical on, but after getting the knife in hand, that front flipper actually works pretty well. It's kind of just a nub there. You can see it kind of just sticks out a little bit. But with that jimping, it is enough to get on it and flip it out. So that's cool. On your liner here, you can see you've got good cutout, and that is chamfered and jimped. Quite comfortable to hit. When I got this knife, it was actually very stiff yesterday. When you hit the lock bar, the blade didn't move at all. Threw a little KPL in there, and after playing with it yesterday and today, as you can see, the action drop and just a few little shakes, and it's there. WE Knife's been doing a really good job lately, guys. I had a couple WE Knives back in the day. I had a Mini Buster, I had a Roxy 3. Ended up selling those, but I'm finding they're a good mid-range to carry at work and use, but then still have something, kind of fidgety, kind of fun. They came out with their Ziphius, and they also came out with this Exciton, which I absolutely love. Check out my review on this knife. Button lock, very well done. And then the Nitro Mini, it's just a solid little EDC knife. And then I've got my Evoke here, just again simple, but it does the job well. So it's good mid-range to, like I said, carry to work. Now, one thing I was pleasantly surprised on this knife was the detent out of the box. That Nitro Mini had to step up the detent. Same thing on the Evoke, had to strengthen that detent up. The Exciton had a fantastic detent, and this detent, guys, is perfect. I like a little bit of a stronger detent, but man, this thing just fires. You can do a nice light switch or push button there. Either one works fantastically well. Great jimping on the flipper there. You can see the shape. I'll show you a push button. Very nice. And then a light switch. Oh, very strong, but very nice. It really fires. I don't think you could fail this one if you wanted to. Let's try. Nope. Not failing that. And then with the front flipper, kind of got to get right up on the top here, and you're able to flip that out. So yeah, they've done really good on this. You do get the titanium hardware. We'll do the magnet test here. Yeah, all titanium hardware there. Blade steel. Oh god. But yeah, they've done a really good job on this, guys. 7.78 inches overall, so it's a nice medium large knife. Perfect EDC size in my opinion. Ergos on this thing with my big ham hands. I can get right up on that flipper tab and get a 4-finger grip here. Maybe a 3 3/4. I've got the tiniest bit left. Now on the jimping here, you've got your front flipper jimping, and a lot of people only put jimping right there, which is useless. But they've actually came out a little bit and put some jimping there that my thumb lands right on. So that's very useful jimping there. And I just think they've done a really good job on this knife, guys. Simple. This is an Oh Stop Hell design. If you're familiar with his designs, you can probably see that in the design language right away. This is my first design by him. Wasn't completely familiar with him. But yeah, so a little bit of the fidget action there with the front flipper, the reverse flick. If you're not good at front flippers, this might give you a little trouble. It's a lot different versus something like this. On my Renegade Provisions code GOM, you get all that, and it's, definitely much easier to front flip there, but play with it a little bit, and you can get it. It's definitely not as easy to front flip, but if you get right up on the end of that nub there, I can do it without any issues. Do a quick sharpness test on the good old River's Edge Cutlery notebook paper. Extremely sharp, guys. We'll cut lines into it. Oh, and that is a sticky note, isn't it? So yeah, overall, really happy with this little knife. This version runs $252. There's a couple versions here. They've got one with full titanium scales. It's still a liner lock, but has titanium scales. They've got a rose carbon fiber with a belt satin that goes this way instead of this way. That version is $192. They've got black micarta at $192, and then they have this version at $252. So you're paying up a little bit for the fat carbon and the hand satin. That's kind of what makes this knife really stand out, in my opinion. I do like the backspacer there, just a basic Wee knife backspacer. Compare it to the Evoke there, about the same thing. You do have a lanyard attachment point there for you 3 weirdos. And yeah, this thing has broken in extremely well 2 days in. Have not had it apart or anything. You can see centering is pretty good there. Yeah, solid knife, guys. I would recommend it if you're looking for just a solid EDC knife. If you're into flippers, I was really into flipper knives, and then I kind of got away from that and got into reverse flick only. And then this knife really got me back into flippers with that crisp detent and that unbelievable action. It kind of brought flippers back for me, made me enjoy it. And with this knife, I really wanted to try out some Nebula fat carbon, because with WE Knife, normally they only put the Nebula on their $600 Damasteel knives. You know, that's like, you can get this knife that's $300 for $650 with a Damasteel blade and Nebula fat carbon. That's just ridiculous. So yeah, this one will be a fun little knife to carry. Enjoying it. So let me know what you think of the new camera view here, if it's better, if it's worse. I appreciate you guys watching. Check out the channel for some of my other videos. Subscribe to see more knife content coming weekly. I appreciate you guys watching, and have yourself a great day.